Are the Chinese handhelds illegal? Are you in trouble for buying them? Let's unravel. Navigating the complex terrain of the legality of handheld consoles preloaded with games is critical, especially with the rising popularity of Chinese retro handhelds in the USA. Let's dissect the nuances of this issue, focusing primarily on American legal standards. When we talk about unauthorized copying of games, music, movies, and similar content in the US, it generally falls under civil offense. What this means is that while making copies for personal use or sharing them doesn't label you a criminal, it does expose you to potential civil lawsuits for copyright infringement. The more severe issue at hand is criminal copyright offenses. This territory is entered when copies are made for resale. If the copied content is valued over $1,000, particularly within its first 6 months of release, or involves unreleased material, the act becomes a criminal offense punishable by law. Focusing on the case in point, these handheld consoles are being enhanced with a plethora of games to increase their market appeal and price. The legality of this practice is mostly in the negative realm. The console is being sold, but the included games, often without proper licensing, make the situation legally questionable. From the buyer's perspective, purchasing these consoles with preloaded games doesn't directly implicate you in criminal activities, as you're neither the creator nor the direct profiteer of the copied content. However, the legal standing is still somewhat ambiguous, as civil liabilities might be a concern. The primary legal focus is usually on the sellers of these consoles. However, buyers could face complications, especially when importing these consoles, as customs interception can lead to legal challenges. Regarding online marketplaces like Walmart or Amazon, it's crucial to note that many products, particularly those of dubious legality, are listed by third-party sellers. These platforms often don't have direct oversight over the legality of these items. Major retailers like Amazon or Walmart would avoid directly selling such items to maintain their relationships with copyright holders. For a Chinese retro handheld to be legal, it must adhere to specific criteria: no unauthorized use of original branding, no use of stolen emulation software code, and no inclusion of commercial game ROMs unless they are public domain. However, many Chinese retro console manufacturers often overlook these legalities, leading to their products falling into the illegal category. In the worst-case scenario, purchasing such consoles could theoretically lead to legal action for copyright infringement, though this is highly unlikely. Large companies usually do not pursue individual buyers due to the disproportionate effort and cost involved. In conclusion, while purchasing these consoles carries some risk, it's relatively low. For completely legal and guilt-free retro gaming, options like the NES Classic Mini and SNES Classic Mini are recommended, despite their higher cost and limited game options. These consoles offer a legal and nostalgic gaming experience without the legal gray areas associated with third-party retro handhelds. To sum this up, it's on the buyer to decide what they want and go ahead with it. This brings us to the end of today's episode. If you like what you saw here, please support us by subscribing the channel. Stay safe and happy gaming. See you guys soon.